Been suffering before. Today, how do you sum up what the team have found?
I didn't talk about suffering. I never talked about suffering. We made life very, very difficult for ourselves today. The result is fantastic. We're in the last four. It's amazing, but I'm not happy with the performance.
In what sense?
In every sense. It was, again, the commitment is there, but we made life very, very difficult for us in the way we played, how we played. Sloppy, a lot of technical mistakes, not fast enough, not repetitive enough. We were lucky today.
Was that the occasion? Getting to the players?
No, it's just...
mentality thing?
No, nothing. No, it's not mentality.
Well, if you're not happy with the players...
This is pure mentality. How can you ask about mentality now? This is pure mentality. It's not about...
No, I mean when the players had the problem, was that the mentality? What was it?
There's no mentality problem. This is pure mentality. This is pure mentality. You can bottle it up and sell it.
Absolutely.
So why is the problem for mentality? It's the quality of our game. That's it. It has nothing to do with mentality.
What about in terms of the players who came in then? The adjustments you made?
Very good.
Reece James.
Very good.
You backed Reece James a lot throughout your career. And Reece today.
Morgan Rogers was fantastic today. Epps grew into the game. Chet grew into the game. So full credit to them. But overall, we got lucky today.
And it is about the squad, though. You said it would be about
it. Yeah, but it's also a bit about quality. We need to play better.
Okay, what about Jude Bellingham and his quality?
Enough said. He does it every single match. World class.
And how do you sum up now what your team needs to find if you're not happy today for a semi-final? You are in a World Cup semi-final.
Yeah. We will get better. We will get better. We need to get better. Now it's celebration, and now it's taking it all in. We have 3 days. We need everything. We need better performance.
Well, enjoy it. World Cup semi-final. What got you there today?
Character, perseverance. Even when things weren't working, we found a way to win the game again. Whether it's in 90, 120, we'll get everything we've got. You saw that there. Whoever was ready to come on came on and smashed it. So so proud of this team once again in a World Cup semi-final.
Was it a victory in many senses for the squad, for the Dets?
Definitely, it was a victory for everyone. I keep saying it. This is whole country wins. Everyone who's behind us, all the players that are here, staff. Credit to everyone. It's a huge shift for everyone.
You've scored great goals for England, but that tap-in from a couple of yards, does it feel as good as any in its way?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's an important goal. It's put us through to the semi-final. It has to be right up there.
Morgan had the shot. Morgan took that shot.
Yeah. I told him to keep going because I knew he was going to make an impact in the game. And I've scored loads of those kind of goals. To be fair, the keeper had a worldie, but he was unlucky with that one the way it popped up, and I was just lucky to be there to put it in.
And those players new to this, Elliot Anderson today, Dan Burn, Jed Spence, new to this stage, if you like. How do you sum up what they contributed?
Warriors didn't look like they were new to it. All three of them and whoever else came on, just top level. Well, there's one thing to have quality, which all the lads in this group do, but you don't know how much mentality and how much heart they've got until we're in a situation like that, and they've shown themselves.
The manager's actually not very happy. He said he was disappointed with the performance. There could have been more in many different ways.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, I think he obviously believes there could be more from the team.
Yeah, it's difficult out there. It's difficult. It's a tough shift. All the players have put in a very tough shift. So my thoughts and appreciation goes to the players who's out there who put in a great shift yet again.
Look around at these fans. 60 years of hurt. You're on your way to your first World Cup semi-final. Does this feel like the year?
Game by game. Next is Argentina or Switzerland. We approach it with the same mentality as we approached all these games, and we'll see what can happen. Thank you very much.
I know what he's saying, right? I know what he's saying, but can it happen, if you know what I mean? We've not looked at collective unit, to be fair, during the whole tournament from a point of view of sort of like knitting combinations together and rhythm of passing and possession. What we have looked like, we've got an exceptional individual or two in Bellingham and Kane. And by the way, what you've just seen there in those two interviews are massive egos. You only get that when you've got world-class players and world-class managers, because you need to be exceptional to do what those two have just done. It's brilliant that England have got those two.
And to challenge each other. You need the players to challenge the players to challenge the manager, and the managers come back to the players. I think that's good. I think that bit of tension is good for the camp.
Does it remind you of anyone?
But in all seriousness, that's how you got better. You played in a great team. Is that how you get better? That you might sit there after a game at Old Trafford, you won 2-1, I don't know, against Leicester, with respect to Leicester, you go, that wasn't good enough. We need to be better than
the
that.
good players,
Is that what happened?
Yeah, the good players, the good dressing rooms know that anyway.
Yeah.
You will know that you have to enjoy the victories. Of course, in England will enjoy it, and the players deserve huge credit. But when the manager's getting that message across to you, the players will know that. I think Jude just after the game,
it does get you going.
Spiky after the game, but he'll understand what the manager's
It does get you going, to be honest, Gal. Sorry, guys. I remember George Graham, even when we've won, he'd come in and he would just hammer everyone. He'd hammer everyone, but the next game, you do better.
Mark, as a player with England in 5 tournaments, I never saw that type of angst other than Terry Venables and Paul Ince. I mentioned it to you the other day about 2 massive characters, and they both went for each other, I think, at the half-time in a game in the quarter-final of the European Championships. I never saw that after that. We never had a manager who challenged the players, and we never had players who challenged the manager. It's always a bit nicey-nicey. What we've just seen there is very good for England.
Yep, and what we've seen the last 3 World Cups, a semi-final, a quarter-final, now a semi-final. And respectfully for your teams, that didn't happen, that level of consistency. No. Hey, and no one's being naive. There is one more massive step to go.
Yes.
Right, let's take a break. I don't think you're going to be able to...
He's not afraid. He didn't pick up stars to the team for the World Cup, if they are stars. He picked a collective team to do it together. And they show it every game, they do it as a team. Then obviously you have Jude, you have Kane. If it's not Kane, it's Jude. They have been doing amazing stuff. But the other ones, they have been showing fighting spirit. You saw in the end when the defender won a header. Oh my God, he didn't care about the guy who was laying down. He went to the fence and he was celebrating. That's fighting spirit, that's hard.
It looks like an England team that now reflects its manager, doesn't it, with the grit?
Yes, this was still a German-esque type of response from him, but as we've said all along, maybe that is what the missing ingredient is for this team. I don't think he meant to downplay the spirit or the mentality. We can throw any word out there, and everybody kind of has different definitions for their alone. Win 2 more games, they're going to need to be much, much better individually and collectively.
And the coach is not afraid. He made 2 changes in halftime. I would change Maduka after 20 minutes. But he did it in halftime and the team became better. So he sees the things. So it's not that he doesn't know.
You've talked about Bellingham, we've talked about Kane. There were good performances, weren't there, from England all over the field, and the substitutes coming on. Who would you pick out, Thierry, as well as Kane and Bellingham in that game?
Thomas Tuchel. They took Declan Rice also off. Nobody does that usually. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's the thing. I don't know what happened.
He was sick during the week, I think, as well.
Something that's very, very important. And he does that. And what I like about him, he answers straight. He does. He's not happy with the performance of his team. That's his right. But to question the mentality of that team, and I have to say something. It does that. I'm not English, but I could relate to the fighting spirit, and that's very much so how you guys are. You fight no matter what. And living in England, a lot of people were always complaining that they couldn't relate to the team. But if you don't relate to that team and the way they play and the way they go about it, hopefully for you, technical aspect of the game will come. But the fighting spirit is back. The one that I know for a very long time since I live in England. I can see the fans are happy to see this team fight at least and not giving up.
Thomas Tuchel can rain on the parade, and that's strategic. You, everybody else, absolutely sing. Absolutely celebrate this win because you're moving on to the semi-final. With some understanding, you have to improve. And according to Thomas Tuchel, they will improve. But this is a night for celebration. They ultimately made it through against this team, and we should say goodbye to Norway, but you have brought things on and off the field that we will never forget.
Thank you, Norway. Thank you.
Yes, I want to give credit also to Norway. They had fun. They did things nobody expected. They made history, and they showed the whole world how to row a boat.
That's true.
Well
They
done,
certainly
well done,
did.
Norway, well
And the
done.
United States has fallen in love with Erling
Haaland has been
Haaland.
amazing also.
Yeah.
Haaland has been amazing.
Will you have a drink tonight?
I'll have a drink tonight, Thierry. Of that, there is no doubt.
Thank you. Thank you, Norway.